So how often do you guys hop on and play 2K together?
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Tonight, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs as they play against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined courtside by Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And it's Allie LaForce for us tonight on the sidelines. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Up at the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Get out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's Gobert in at the center. And for the Spurs, in the post, it'll be Sochan with Wembanyama. Keldon Johnson is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Vassell in at the 3 slot. Facing off tonight, DB, we've got 2 Western Conference teams with a lot of talent and high aspirations.
Kevin, both teams believe they have what it takes to represent the West in the finals. So this is a game you look to as a litmus test for where your team is at.
Sochan with the ball. Pass to Wembanyama. Gobert with the block. Here's the kid. Johnson with the rebound. Vassell, the pass to Fox. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Nice work inside from the smaller Fox. So cunning and crafty around the rim.
Here's the kid. San Antonio with the rebound. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
I thought their game plan was really spot on, and we saw that in their scoring more than anything else.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here's Randall. Puts the fadeaway right on the money.
Well, that's Randall working in his comfort zone. You can see how confident he is on his ability to score inside.
Endorsed for the Timberwolves, 2 consecutive trips to the Western Conference Finals.
Kevin, this is by far the franchise's most successful era to date. But, of course, they are not satisfied. Anthony Edwards desires a championship because he wants to be considered amongst the all-time greats.
For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 5 here, taking %40 so far to start out the game.
And one of the quickest players in basketball. Love watching Fox use that momentum to his advantage on the drive.
They get the rebound. Gobert, nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
One of the best to do it. Gobert adds another block to that career total.
The kid gets the bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Sochan. 9 points last game. Outside, Fox. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Johnson, that's for 2. That one wide left.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
The shot's good. 6 points for the kid.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And Greg with Stephon Castle winning the 2025. And it's Conley with the ball for Minnesota. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
Well, I mean, they lost their last matchup with this team, and foul trouble really plagued them throughout the game.
Nothing wrong with aggression as long as you're smart about picking your spots. And let's see if they can be a bit more disciplined this evening.
In the post, it'll be Sochan with Wembanyama. De'Aaron Fox out there with Harper. And it's Vassell in at the 3. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. The kid gets the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Fox passes to Sohan. Here's Harper. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Harper's got 4 points this quarter.
Superb focus from Harper on that shot, absorbing the contact well.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks. Well, the kid in their last game against the Rockets really lit up the floor. He dropped 24 points and knocked down his share of three-pointers. That was a factor, too. It's the latest entry in what's been a string of fantastic games from him. We'll see just how long he can go, guys.
Nice work there, Allie. Thank you. Win or lose, Greg, it's amazing the impact he can have on the game.
Yeah, in that last one, he was making plays all over. The court. No one could match up with it.
Pretty much in attack mode the whole evening. We'll see if he plays with that same level of aggression here tonight.
Here's Fox after the made shot from the kid. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Fox.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode.
Yes, that goes in. The kid's got 12 in the game.
Well, dependability, right? That is not wasting possessions. This is all about taking and making good shots.
That's tipped. Stolen by Reed. Here's the kid. And again, it's Minnesota. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves?
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
The other thing, I cannot be more impressed by the defense they've shown tonight. Their willingness to close on shooters, blocking shots, playing with great effort.
He had a nice open look right there.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout, coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
So both teams changing it up here. And we're about halfway through the season, and what better time to see how the Rookie of the Year race is starting to shape up. A lot of bright stars on this list. As you look at the kid, well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty. That number 1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
And this is just a special, special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
I'll tell you, it's one of the brightest starts to a career that I can remember. He's certainly well positioned for that award.
Here's Fox after the made shot from the kid. Cornette finds Barnes from past the arc. Rebound, Minnesota.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
The kid gets the bucket.
That's 10 straight off of the mid-range.
Outside, Fox. To the middle. Here's Johnson. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Johnson's got his first basket of the night.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close. Range.
Well, a good first quarter leads to a dynamite second period.
Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by DiVincenzo. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
A prototypical tough play from Dante DiVincenzo earns himself a trip to the free throw line.
The Timberwolves made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
The throw drops for DiVincenzo.
Well, Dante DiVincenzo, obviously a very seasoned veteran at this point, a reliable rotation guy no matter where he is.
Now, here's Fox. A 23-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
Here's the kid after the basket by San Antonio. No good there with the step-back J.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive. They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
The kid gets the bucket. The kid's got 22 points.
Well, he's had a one-track mind this quarter, and that is score the basketball.
Here's Fox. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't.
And so it's Minnesota riding a 15-point lead at the end. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. A fantastic game from the kid in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing?
Oh!
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. And another look at that last play.